Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the charge room. Welcome to Where's My Kings? Hashtag the men's locker room. I am Ilyasa Simpson. I am here, aka Minister Charge, aka Coach Illy. We are here tonight to talk with the men, right? So I want everyone to come on through. So come on in. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. I'm excited to be here. Um, Last night we had a good talk. We had a good talk. So let's see how this talk is gonna go down tonight with the men because the topic of tonight is what do you think is the biggest issue keeping black men and women from getting married, right? We have so many different views that I've been receiving upon today when I first put out the topic early this afternoon. And it's just so many different views. I even have some views myself because, you know, I can't do it. I can't do it. Then some days I say, oh, I can do it. I can do it. But then there's that part. But we'll talk about that just a little bit later. But first, we want to hear from the men. So, again, tonight's topic is what do you think is the biggest issue keeping black men and women from getting married? So, if this topic sounds really good to you, this is what I need you to do. I need you to share this topic, share this page wherever you are, wherever you're watching us from, whether it be Facebook or YouTube. Share it so everyone can get in on it, so everyone can put on their comments. If you can hear me, let me see some ones. Let me see some ones if you can hear me, because I don't see no ones. Come on. Come on, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. How y'all doing tonight, by the way? How y'all doing? Right? How y'all doing? It, I don't know where everybody is coming in from, but I know in New York, it was a pretty nice day outside, despite the fact that it's so much snow. So much snow. So come on in, come on in. Let me see those ones as you come in to say hello to me or just put hello. We're going to bring on the kings. We're going to talk about what do you think the biggest issue is keeping from black men and women from getting married. So we are coming on through. I have one king on deck tonight. Everybody's coming in slowly but surely. But we're going to just start. Okay. So let's talk about it. So I'm going to bring Father Wise in, King Father Wise in tonight. Hey, King, how are you tonight? How's it going? You're on mute.
Yeah, I said peace. I said peace. How you? It's going. I don't know how well
It's
it's
going.
going, but it's going.
Oh,
It's
okay, it's going.
going. I
Um,
just look at it like um. I tell everybody else. Somebody said to me today. It was funny. You said that. How's it going? I said, yo. Once I take that deep breath in the morning and put my feet on the floor, don't nothing else really matter after that.
you said it right. It doesn't. It doesn't because as long as you have that deep breath, that is all you need to get you started, and that is pure grace. Yes,
And
indeed.
and
So
and, it, and, it,
you said
and,
it
it,
right.
and it's going.
Yes, and you and keep it going. How about
That's
that?
right.
Keep it
Right.
going.
Right.
Okay, so tonight, the topic, why is there? Do you think there's an issue between men and women? Um, but black men and women not particularly trying to get married. So with the views that I've been getting um, have been a little bit different. Some of them are controversial, um, but I've received a few topics. I mean, responses relating to the question where some women and men have trust issues and they are scared to literally leave their oneness to join it to make it a unity, a bonding, especially the time period for the rest of their lives. So many families never had a complete mother father household. So making it complete may not be something that is in their mindset to say it's okay to be married. Maybe the environment that they grew up in does not allow them to even think far enough to move past, I just want a man or boyfriend. I just want a woman, a girlfriend, or they just stop where what they saw as they were growing up. And then there's the ones that we have, I can't remember. Then there's the ones that we have that said men are dogs. I don't want to get married to them. And then there's the guys that feel that they just want to be players. So I even saw there was a lady on TikTok, and she was a nurse, and she worked in the hospital where it was critical. It was a critical situation, like maybe a heart attack, where it resulted in them having to go to rehab. And when calling out to them, asking them, well, where's your wife? They said, I don't have anyone. I was a player all my life. And now it's time for you to need someone, and you have no one. And then you have to go to a rehabilitation center and cannot come home because you have no one to take care of you. So you wither away and you're by yourself for the rest of your life because you want to be a player. So, what are your views on this particular topic? We're going to start with Father Wise since you came on first.
I'm always gonna start. Why do black men and black women find it hard to get married? All right. Well, coming from a king's point of view,
Mm-hmm.
coming from a man's point of view, my point of view. All right, y'all, you ready? Strap in.
I'm ready.
uh, Check this out. A lot of women. I'm not even gonna say black men. I'm just putting it on women right now. This is just my point of view, and I'll probably get cursed out in my inbox later. But it is what it is. Um, a lot of women don't have that level of commitment, right? A level of submission, right? A lot of women don't have that level of submission. Um, and when I say that, I mean, we're not talking about submissions. I'm the king of the household. You bow down to me. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about everything that comes with being a wife. When you are the wife, you are like real talk, right? We've done this before. We've talked about this before, right? We're talking about the natural order of things, right? The natural order. ABC, 1, 2, 3. Man, woman, child. Man, woman, child. A lot of women today's got it woman, man, child. They got it mixed up, right? And that's due to a lot of men's fault. That's due to man's fault mostly too, because we get in us as far as men, we get in a position to put women in the seat of power, in the seat of manhood, when they shouldn't be at all. Now, when I say that in the seat of manhood, I'm talking about having the better job, which pays most of the rent or mortgage. Uh, there's other factors. Guys might be in prison. Dude might turn out to be gay. Dude might just whatever, or on drugs. There's the big prison, drugs, and unemployment. Those are three big things right there. Now, if you happen to have a woman who is doing stuff more than you, she feels like she's the boss. And that's where everything gets mixed up at. When you get married, and this goes for both parts, but mostly for women, when you get married, there's a level of submission that has to happen. Yo, I'm not saying when I put my foot down, that's it. We could talk about it. We could talk about it. I'll listen to what you have to say. I listen to what I have to say. We kind of mix it all together so it works for both of us. But when I put my foot down, that's it. Or check this one out. This one happened to me. It was funny. This one happened to me personally. I was getting pulled over by the police for whatever reason. When I looked at her, I said, "Be quiet. I'll take care of this. Don't say nothing." Right? I got this. The minute he pulled up to the window, I rolled the window down. She yells out, "What the F you pulling us over for?" Blah, 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 blah. Now I got the ticket when I wasn't going to get the ticket before because I know how to deal with this. So when I say like stuff like that, yo, be quiet. I got this. A lot of women think they're in control. A lot of women think they can talk to a man any kind of way they want to, right? And that's not going to happen. Not to me anyway. Not on my watch. Not while I'm still breathing, because I don't work like that. When we talking about black men and black women getting married, a lot of black women just don't have that level. Just don't have that level of submission, man. They don't. And that's why I think there's so many problems, because yet you want us to, we're supposed to, like our parents, the father goes, the mother takes care of the house, the father works, he provides the house, the mother makes it a home, right? But now you had now the women think they providing the house and they're making it a home and they're calling the rules and the shots and all that. And it don't happen like that. So now, especially if you have a man who is paying all the bills, who is taking care of everything that needs to be taken care of, like some women, y'all need to have that. Y'all need to be quiet, plain and simple, because this level of submission that I'm talking about, that's the level of submission that comes with a man taking care of everything in the house. You need to be quiet but we're not talking about shut up caveman style quiet, but we're just talking about the man is in charge and you need to recognize that. Period. And when they don't recognize that, that's when we have a lot of problems. Like other reasons why men and women, black men and black women don't get married, because black women they run their mouths. Stop running your mouth. You might get married if you stop running your mouth. Don't nobody want to hear that, especially if you get guys like me. We work hard and we go work and come home and we take care of everything we take care of, and we get home and you running your mouth. You complaining or you nagging about something. Now, if you doing all of that before we even get married, what the hell I want to marry you for? Because I'm not going to listen to that crap for the rest of my life. No, not me. And not me. And I could tell you right now, most men don't want to be players. Most men ain't trying to be this one and that one. Yeah, you have your few. Don't get me wrong. You have your few.
There's a few.
You have your few, but those are the ones that don't want to get married. People don't understand. A woman don't understand that. When you meet a man like that, right, you have to accept him where he's at or keep it moving. Because this is the type of guy who doesn't want to be married, period. No matter what. I have a few friends like that. They're happy with having different women every day of the week, and they're doing it. They're happy like that. And who am I to tell them that they're not happy living their life the way they want to? They just want to be able to move when they want to move, not asking no questions, and they're not worried about nothing. They take care of their kids, they take care of their bills, they take care of whoever they're with at the time, and they're happy, right? I understand what you said about people dying and being in the nursing home, and you're the only one in the nursing home. Like, man, listen, I don't want to. I would love to get married again one day, but if I don't, I guess I'm gonna be one of them dudes sitting on the porch at the nursing home. Hey, gal, what's happening with you?
So let's hear from King Herman.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, let's hear from King Herman. Yes, let's hear that.
Like I stepped in the wrong room right now. Let me go back out. Nah, I'm just playing.
Level your computer on so we can see your faces. I only see half of each of your faces.
What about now? It's good. It's good.
You good, Herman?
Let me
Here we go.
put this down a little bit.
You good, Jess? There we go.
Good. Welcome, Jess. Yo, what's up, Wise? Queen Yasa, how are y'all? Just got off the bus, so I had to rush in and set my laptop up. But I watched the video, and she was like, "Yo, why?" And it's so funny because like the old school that I'm used to, where you got players, they may have 4 or 5, but there's always one ace in the hole, and it takes them a while to recognize who she is. But she forever shows up in the deck, forever. Then other times we're looking at, if I'm getting all the milk, why purchase a cow? So you have that aspect also. Father Wise is right with order. You do meet a few that they get lucky and have that dude that's willing to get with them, but because of that mouth, because of those ways, it's just not going to work. Because after the sex, after the is over, it's like, yo, I got to come home to this every day. Oh my gosh, I'm out.
Yeah.
And then the last one, I'm gonna throw this perspective out there. A lot of times back in the days, and I look at it now, it's crazy how when that slow jam song came out, you just wanted a shorty for that slow jam. Real talk. And in this world now, it's not an R&B song. It's just realness. And are you willing to get together, compromise, and really work and respect one another? And I'll leave it at that. And then my personal favorite is like, do we trust God? Are we building this on God? Is God in the center of it? Because if he is, then okay. So my brother Jesse, it's on you. Dr. Jesse.
Dr. Jesse. Jesse.
Well,
Jesse.
Jesse.
I would go in a completely different direction then. Elijah Muhammad said that it's a conditioning. It's a conditioning. Remember that we were disenfranchised and taken from our homes, and we were put in a structure where the Black woman was convinced that she didn't need the Black man for any reason. She could do it all on her own. So thus and therefore we saw the destruction of the family unit. The family unit has been attacked. It has been all but destroyed because the thing about men that I think ladies don't understand is that men have to be needed. They have to be necessary. They have to be a vital part of the relationship. And if you tell a man that they're not, or you show them that they're not going to want to be invested in that. I'm not even talking about the nagging or the talking and all that stuff. I'm just talking about the fact that structure, okay? And I think we've gotten away from that. There was a time when we understood our roles. We all have roles. King Herman mentioned God. Okay, well, God has a role for man and woman. And I think that it's a matter of interpretation that's caused us not to live up to our roles. Okay. You can't be, okay, a helpmeet and do everything that a man does. That's not how it works. There's a structure to this. You have to have someone that is actually following after God's own heart. Okay. And that person that follows after God's own heart is worthy to have a helpmeet to be part of that unit, to bring her portion to the table. Okay. Then you have something that can be built upon. That's a marriage. A lot of times what we have is everybody wants to have the sexual part or the physical part, but nobody wants to be invested in the relationship part. Because a relationship, and I'm sure everybody in this room can testify to, is work. Sex is easy. Those parts are going to fit together. God made it so. They going to fit together. That's not the hard part. The hard part is the relationship. Like King Herman was saying, after that moment, yeah, now the work begins, because now we got to do some things. We got to compromise. I can't come in there thumping my chest talking about, especially if that woman's established, talking about, hey, you know what? This is how it's going to be. Blah, blah, blah. That's not even intelligent. I don't know why you would even do that. But what we can do is say, hey, look, I care for you. I love you, whatever the case is in that. And I want to build with you to have something at some point. We can be married, okay? So that we can have something, so that we can go through life together as partners trying to work towards something. But the way the world is, it tells them you don't need all that. What you need a man for? You can do anything you want to do. You don't need no man to do it. You can do it yourself. And the problem of the matter is there are certain things that a man or a woman brings to the table that the other sex cannot provide. That's just how it is. We're made that way. Okay? We can do our best to try and cover in the absence of one or the other, but we cannot bring it the same way that our opposite would. I can try to nurture, but I'm not going to be able to do it in the same fashion that a woman's going to be able to do. So you see what I'm saying? We all have roles to play. We all have a part to play. And if we don't partner together, make the necessary compromises outside of the bedroom, we're never going to even get to that part. Because a marriage, above all other things, is an agreement. Okay? In some books or in some circles, you hear it called a covenant. Okay? It's an agreement. What we've forgotten about the covenant relationship completely. We don't care. Who cares about a covenant anymore? Me and my old lady, we just gonna shack up. We don't need nothing. We just gonna live together, man. We don't need no piece of paper. See, anybody that tells me that, I look them dead in the eye and say, you're a coward. You're a coward. You're a coward. I've got children that I've told that. I've said, look, you're a coward. You just want to, look, you know what granddaddy used to say? You just want milk, you just want the milk, but you don't want to buy the cow. You want to be involved in a relationship, but you don't want to sacrifice. You don't want to compromise. You just want to, have your fun and get on out the way. That's a coward.
Yes.
That's a coward. Because if you're not going to be there for the hard, and that's women too. If you're not going to be there for the hard times, what do I need you for? Facts. And we should be teaching young men and young ladies that. That's what we need to be teaching them. If somebody ain't down with you, if they ain't ride or die with you from day one, and they're there for the hard times, when you ain't got no money, when that ride or die, what you just keep it moving. That's how we need it. Period. So they don't fall victim to all this stuff. So you know what I'm saying? So I know that Father Wise, when his young queen was growing up, his young earth was growing up, I know he was telling her, look, baby, you're beautiful. You know why? Because that's how the next man approaches them. That's how they come to him. Oh, you fine. This, that, and other thing. Trying to ease their way in like a serpent in the Garden of Eden and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is, if we do it, as men, if we raise them that way and tell them, hey, you're beautiful. You have worth. Your thoughts have worth. What you bring to the table is this. You are important. You can be educated. You can do all of these things. That is what I'm talking about. We train up women that can bring something to the table. We ain't trying to bring up women that's going to be shaking their butts in clubs. That's not what we bring. We want somebody that's going to bring something to a society, bring something to a community. Train up young ladies. Be models, be role models. That's what we want. But as men, we have a part to play in that. And I think that a lot of times we spend more time creating, and I'm about to finish, man, because I took more time than I should have. We spend more time, stop it, KY, stop laughing at me. We do. We spend more time worrying about image and all that stuff. We need to have them understand that they were beautiful from day one. From conception, they were beautiful. You don't have to worry about all that stuff. No other individual defines your self-worth. No other individual. Y'all can be partners in a relationship, but I don't define my wife's self-worth. I don't. And I'm going to leave it right there. I'm done now.
K-Wise, King K-Wise.
God, Gable.
Dark Gable.
My man.
Next up, I believe that's him.
Next up, I believe that's Kay. Get on the mic and tell me what you say.
Speak up a little louder. We can't hear you.
He's in his Barry mode again.
Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
Barry, speak up, Barry.
Can you hear me? It could be my Bluetooth. Can you hear me?
I wanna
hold on.
Secret calling. That's what we are. My first.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Come on, brother.
All right. First, I've heard some dynamics, great things from all three of y'all. I really ain't got too much to say. I put it like this. Ego versus independence equals pride.
It's true, God. It's
Ego, woman's independent equals the pride of separating instead of coming together. Okay?
Absolutely.
And a lot falls under what a lot Dr. Jesse said as far as the way we were brought here and separated and used as examples, and the stereotypes that we developed in our growing up in certain things. You know, if you look at African history, the king or the father, was, like I said, was that man. He was that dude that, nothing would happen until he gets home. Nobody would eat a meal until the husband home and his plate is cooked first, and then the kids serve their meals. It's like a lot of those things, which was families sacred, we've turned it into a westernized thing of chauvinistic, or I'm not going to do that. I'm not subservient. I'm not being submissive. We took away a lot of that because of the independent structure to say, I don't need this man. I don't need a man in my life. Nah. Mm-mm. I'm first. I'm the first. I'm the last. I'm the everything.
Oh, it sucks now.
And but it comes with wisdom. It comes with guys, and it comes with an open mind and a strong heart to go and want to do it. But Dr. Jesse, I'm sorry, I gotta say this. I like big butts, and I cannot lie. Hold on. All right, let me get back.
I'm done now. I'm done. I'm finished. I can't go on no more.
So that's another reason why we don't get married, because they don't have big butts.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Turn around first. Yeah. Turn around. Let me see your qualifications. Silly.
That's why you can't have a bunch of men talking about this stuff. Queen, this is why. You see why? You see? She over there trying to jot down notes. Look at us, man.
She's like
sounds like some adolescence.
Right. A man won't get married because she don't have a big butt. Hey, that's on my text.
That's not gonna be a good note. That's not gonna be.
But no, let's talk about that for real. Like, even though, check it out.
But wait a minute. Can I say something?
Please
do.
It's getting scary in here.
Because I got notes.
She
got receipts. Like every woman, she got receipts. I got receipts. Mm-hmm.
I heard you.
Mm-hmm. I heard what you said.
I'll finish up what I'm going to say when she. Go ahead.
All right, brother.
Okay. So, again, we are talking about the issues that men and women have, Black men and women have, towards getting married, towards solidifying their relationship. And from listening to all of you, I've collected your thoughts I agree with most of them. I think y'all are doing an excellent job by distributing your expressions and knowledge and wisdom regarding the topic. I do definitely agree. One of the main reasons is because we are conditioned to not have structure, a family structure, because of the lack of that type of positioning of order in the household. Father, mother, child, right?
Yeah.
Again, like I initially spoke of, expressed that women are not used to maybe having a father around.
It's
So
true.
the lack of the father being there puts a stop sign on the vision to see herself as a wife. It's
Yeah.
only painted in the pretty pictures of a wedding,
Mhm.
but it only stops at the painted pictures of the wedding. The wedding is not the marriage.
Not at all.
So it's establishing what is really your definition of a structured marital relationship. And if you ask that question, I know you would get a lot of that's a thought provoking question,
Hmm. Hmm.
because on the natural way of doing things right now, just like Dr. Jesse said, oh, let's just live together. We good. Or I'm about to live. I'm going to the crib to be with my rib. Like that's as far as it goes. So to think that, why should I buy the cow because I'm getting all the milk for free? And then you get women complaining, I will, after the man breaks their heart, I will never do wife things again and I'm a girlfriend. You see that on posts everywhere. It's just on posts everywhere. I'm not gonna ever do wife things anymore because, and then the guy as they're living, oh, that's wifey. Y'all are, again, y'all ain't helping because y'all giving the title. This is
Yeah, you give,
wifey.
you can't
Giving
give,
you the
And
title.
you can't give a title to,
nobody
you
get
can't give a
married.
blue thing that title. You're right. You're
Ain't
right.
giving,
Right.
ain't putting a string on it.
Y'all are giving us titles to make us feel
Sir, you're not.
important.
Yeah.
So if you're giving us titles to make us feel important, where's the value in that? Where's the worth? You're only showing me I'm only a boo thing. You're only showing me I'm only wifey because it's cute and it's wifey.
In the
Oh,
name of
I'm the real one. I mean, he may have 1,000, but he comes home to me. And there's women content. They are very
that's a whole
content
other
with that
discussion.
mental process. So
So
the
that's funny.
lack, the lack of structure, and it's because of your mindset. It's only your mindset. Because if you think with a different type of vision, you would move in that way. You, because it only stops as far as you can go. If a person does not have the mindset to say, oh no, I have value, the value stops at, oh, that's my boo, I'm coming home to her. And they'll throw it off with a little ring. And you be like, oh, everybody, oh, she said yes. But trust me, it stops right there. It stops right there. You can act like you planning for a wedding, but it's another 10 years before that's happening. Because everyone is so comfortable where they're at and no one's moving. You're just going to get frustrated because it's like, okay, you said we here, but at the same time, everyone's comfortable where they're at because there's no structure to move forward. There's no goals to move forward because everyone's planning for a wedding and no one is talking about the goals of the relationship. No one is talking about the vision of the relationship. No one's speaking of boundaries and non-negotiables of the relationship. How are we building this relationship? Because it's not cute because we buying cute things for our wedding. After this wedding is over, y'all just spending a whole bunch of money and everybody getting on your nerves. What happens when the wedding is over? So to build, we have to build, right? Establish what type of relationship that we want. We have to affirm each other. We have to affirm each other. Are we going to go down when the times are hard? Are we going through the fire when it's hard? Or are you just going to give up on me when sweat come upon your brow? Like as soon as you get a little sweat, oh, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. The simple things. They don't know what it is to grind in a relationship. They don't know what it is when to roll up your sleeves, put on that hoodie, that Night Rider outfit, all black, and say, listen, this is what we are about to do, and we're going to do it together. People don't even know what that night riding outfit is about. Because I am truly a ride or die, period. On every level. If this is what it is, that's what it is. There's no wavering about it. There's no misconception about it.
How dying a breed that is.
Right.
That's a dying breed of woman. That's gone.
So
it's not like
it's
that.
just about who you are as an individual and collectively who you are as a couple that has the vision and the tenacity to keep it pushing when the fire is at its hottest. That's where you have to establish before you say, okay, let's talk about moving together. How about this? If you doing it right, you wouldn't be moving together. If you doing it right by the book, you wouldn't be moving together. Because you will be breaking a covenant. So it's about establishing who you are, and in the right order is God first.
True.
It's not man first. The right order is God first. And if you are operating on a God first level, you would not even be thinking about moving together. Because you done messed up right there. Start all over. Let's repent and do this over. So submission starts with the man to submit to God to be the example for the woman to submit to the man.
Right.
And then the children follow suit.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk about order, it's God first. Because if the man doesn't demonstrate the example, because at the same time, he's sowing his royal oats too. He's rocking his temptations and satisfying them too.
Yeah.
So you can't have one without the other. So you can say, oh, she's keep running her mouth.
You're right.
Well, what are you doing? You running your other head. So you have to lead by example. If you're going to do it all the way right.
It ain't easy.
So then we talk, and because that's perception, that's ego, that's independence, that's equal to pride. You got to bring that thing all the way right. So and then there's also the lack of respect.
Oh, I haven't got to that yet. Yeah, there's that too.
The lack of respect. So when y'all speak of, oh, she keep running her mouth, because there's a lack of respect. Because when it comes down to you want order first of you, a man to be first, you need to be paying a bill. You need to be, when I'm sleeping, you are my protector. You need to be saying to me, baby, I got you today, tomorrow, and forever. You need to make sure she can trust you with her life, because that's my problem.
I need to make sure she need an iRobot to sweep up the floor.
Yeah,
You need to take her to the range and make sure she can
I'm
choose
just
well.
because
now.
that's
See,
my problem. I have
I
the
gotta be.
I
problem.
live in Texas.
I gotta be able to trust you with my life if need be.
Look,
If I know the bottom line is, if I get
But
kidnapped,
it has
if
to be established. It has to be established. If two people do not sit down and have that conversation, it's about communication. You have to establish what is important to you. You can't just think, oh, well, he know what it means or she know what it means when no one is talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
it's true.
There's
Mhm.
a lot of people talking inside of their minds, but they're not talking to each other.
Never gets to the
You're
top.
talking to your girlfriends, you talking to your dudes, and no one is talking to
To each
To
each
other.
each
other.
other.
Yep, yep,
Yep.
yep. That's a problem. Can't do it.
So
The other,
these things
we,
are happening, and then and again, and let me help y'all out too. When Father Wise was speaking of, when a woman uh doesn't submit, and then it's the manhood, and I'm gonna add the, which is the breadwinner part. It was the breadwinner part where when a woman is a breadwinner and the man is not coming to the table, if you have a discussion to talk about your roles in the household and both parties commit to those roles and solely carry them out, there should not be a lack of respect.
bullshit.
Now, when that conversation does not happen and everyone assumes their position, and then the man assumes that he can still be who he think he is and not participating in the house responsibilities or putting any financials on the table, the lack of respect will show up. You being trifling, can't take out the garbage when something is broken, you can't fix it, you can't sweep the floor, and you stepping over dirt, but I'm doing everything, working two jobs to hold everything together, and you still out in the street bumping Susie and JoJo around the corner.
Mhm.
That's a lack of respect. It's different when back in the days dudes took care of a household. If they had four women, they was taking care of all four women. Not one was complaining. But nowadays, baby, these men think they have the audacity to be entitled to do absolutely nothing and still stick their third head in four chicks at the same time.
But see, that goes back to that self conditioning. See, that goes back to what has happened because when you remove the head from the household, when you remove the foundation from the whole plot, you have nothing but chaos and mayhem. When they took away, as far as okay, I go give the prime example of how things was like the TV show Good Times. James Evans was the breadwinner. He was the father. He come home. He goes to work. He didn't want his wife to work. He made sure she stayed home, took care of the kids, cooked, clean, do what is considered the wifely duties. And she did do that. And when he would come home, she knew she made him feel like the king that he is because he
Mm-hmm.
you saw the respect that came from the children as well. When dad comes home, there's no playing around unless dad plays around with you. You know, when
Right.
it's time to play, it's time to play. When it's time to be right, it's time to be right. I'm saying like this here. When we talk about, I heard what you're saying. The the lazy, and I have to say it like this, so pardon me, people, because the word ass is getting ready to come out. When you have a lazy ass man that can do but
It won't
chooses
do.
not to do and wants to attach or leech his lazy ass behind to a woman that's
Mhm.
doing her duties
Right.
and doing what she's got to do to survive and maintain her home. And he's sitting up there like a latchkey kid. No, you ain't got a man. You got a grown ass man, a baby in a man's body. That's
Yep.
what you got.
Indeed.
And the coward. And the coward.
Yeah, I
Well,
told you.
That
Yeah,
part.
I told you the
beyond
coward.
just being the
And
coward,
Yeah.
that coward.
I'm even going further than that because it's shameful.
That
It's
is.
shameful, especially if he has the will and know-how. Now, some of the conditions that put black men in the places of subservient is because, let's say you get a black man that catches a federal charge. Now it's hard for that black man to get a decent job or to even
Understood.
find work because now he's labeled, he's tagged, and now he's forced to do what? Nothing. He feels worthless. He feels useless. He feels like, well, I can't do nothing. So he's got a woman. The first thing the woman gonna say, don't worry about it, baby. I'm gonna hold you down. We gonna get through this together. So he feels subservient to the woman now because she's out there working the 9 to 5. He's at home. It's like now he's like, man, what am I supposed to do? And this is the cases of most real, a lot of men that I've known that have gone through that kind of mindset. It's like, man, I don't even feel like I'm a man because yo, I got this charge on me, son, and my lady, she out there doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So, what do I feel like? I said, well, yo, you can do the same thing. Take care of the home. Take care of the home. You understand what I'm saying? It's what you do here. Is what you do here. How you recondition your mindset. You may not be able to get a good, decent job for with a charge you got, but if you got a girl, a wifey that or wife that's holding you down, and still is going to be there, then yeah, you owe her just as that much as respect to be that king for her. You still going to be a king, but you still got to be showing forth that you're going to be a man worldwide when it comes to your woman. You still going to hold your woman down. You still going to protect your woman. You still going to provide somehow from a fashion. You are the protector. When you walking outside, she's on your inside. When she comes in, and like I said, me, I'm gonna tell you, I don't play. I open up the door. I believe in chivalry. I opened up the door for my lady. I opened up the door for my girls because I want them to understand this is what I do. So when you got a man that's going to tell you, yo, you need to get in that car. Is he really caring about what if it's raining outside or something like
Oh
that?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
Those are the old school things that I was raised up on that I
Yeah.
continue to do.
Pet
You know,
peeve, pet peeve, K Wise, or
you know what
pet
I'm
peeve.
saying? That's just
Women,
Yes, sir.
real life.
dudes at the gas station in the car and the woman pumping gas, bruh.
I can't stand it.
Drive me up a
I
wall,
can't
bruh.
stand that. You
Bruh,
know what I mean?
why?
I can't stand that.
But
Get
that's not.
yourself out that car.
But that ain't. But that has nothing to do with why black men and black women don't get married. Like
In
that
some
has nothing to do with that. Like
in some
because I
cases,
always hang on now. Hold on before y'all jump on me. Hold on. Before y'all jump on me, what I'm saying is that has nothing to do with that because everything that you're talking about right now, I taught my daughter that. I've always been the man. Always been in the man. I open doors. I close doors. Excuse me. If stuff is going on, I'm a step in front of whoever I'm with. I'm in front of there. So I get hit with the bullet first until we get out of there. I walk on the right side, on that left side of the curb, even though I don't like it, because now I really understand why my dad said the man always walks on the outside. I said, so what? If a car splashes in the puddle, I'm supposed to get
Because
splashed.
you're the protector. You're the
Yeah.
protector.
That
But
sucks. Now I gotta take my
singling yourself out. You're singling yourself out on your particular lifestyle. Now,
I'm
I'm
just
talking the overall gamut of it. The overall gamut of it. If you look out into society right now, the picture that you're speaking of is pretty much extinct. It's pretty much extinct. That's one of the reasons why I want to start the mentoring program.
Makes sense.
Because the black man is not going to be extinct as far as I'm going to try to make it to. Because as a collective effort, we can retrain the condition.
mm-hmm.
We can retrain. We if everybody put an effort to do a little something, each one can teach one. All you have to do is teach one.
Which one teach
It's
nine?
all you got to do is teach one. If just like how you teach your daughter, somebody didn't teach their son. And then if your daughter gets with the son that somebody didn't teach, your daughter is going to get a heartbreak.
No, she gonna teach him.
Your daughter is going to get a heartbreak.
She gonna teach him how she wants to be treated. You gonna believe that?
Right. This is true. This is true. But in the process, because just like Dr. Jesse said, it's going to take work, baby. It's going to take work. And that work doesn't happen overnight. Because one thing about a black woman will love her black man till the wheels fall off until you cheat on her.
I don't know about that.
Yes, you do. Stop playing.
No, I don't.
Your parents.
You there?
That's my parents, bro. We talking about a whole different time. My mother and father were together for 63 years.
63 years, she held it down, didn't she?
That's because he held it down for 63 years.
No, that's because they held it down.
Okay, let's say that. Let's just say that because my whole thing is, you know what really bothers me the most, man, when I hear real men who handle their business, who take care of the bills, who do whatever they're supposed to do as far as the house, and they always say, oh, happy wife, happy life. Like, no, the hell with all of that, yo, bro. Because why is happy wife, happy life? Why can't it be, like, my whole thing is happy man, happy fam, right? Or even better than that. Now, let me finish. Or even better than that, how about this one? Happy spouse, happy house, right? Everybody should be happy, not just the woman, right? Not just the woman.
Well, you know.
Okay, so that's about sacrifice, G. That's about. I'm just explaining to you what that's all about. Yeah. So you won't be thinking some woman made that up and passed it off to a man.
They did. They teach
not.
that, and right before you become a woman, that teach that in Woman 101, along with Heard It All Before. You have to know all those words to that song, Heard It All before you can get your woman degree. That's what they do. That's part of the requirements. That's part of the requirements.
I can't tell you.
My daughter was singing that song, and I looked at her. My daughter's 21. She don't know what that song was out when we was kids, but she was singing it. And I said, T, not you too. Who taught you that song? Oh, mommy put me on to this. I'm like, yeah, it figures. It figures.
Somebody get Grumpy Smurf, please.
What I'm saying, y'all laughing, and I know why y'all laughing, because y'all laughing through identity. It's identification why you're laughing, because y'all know what I'm saying has some merit of truth to it. Y'all know it.
Anything spoken has some merit of truth somewhere. There's a little grain, you know.
Even though I
was the truth at one time.
There's no gray in there. There's either black or white. There's no gray area there.
Your point like this is this. You say, when they say happy wife, happy life. All right, number one, a man can't make his wife happy. A man has to find his own happiness, and the woman's got to be happy. Then they got to have their happiness together. It's a happiness, not the word happy is singular. So when it's together, it's happiness. So then you have that blended of happy. You have that happiness within the home. So the structure is, oh golly gee, wow. You understand what I'm saying? And that's when you go through the bumps and the bruises and everything of the relationships that still come together. And then you got 63, 64 years. That's a beautiful thing. Not everybody is going to make it that far.
No, not everybody.
Because a lot of people have lost the happiness and seeking happy in other places.
Indeed.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I've been a victim of my own statement right there. So I ain't saying it without, like I said, I can walk the talk and talk the talk. I've done my share of dirt. I've been that dummy. I've been that crash test dummy. All right. You know, and Now, I'm always still. We all are works in progress. We all are works in progress, and it's up to us as far as the black men to set the example. We ain't saying that we're going to change the world, but if we can take that one
Leave
to
your
that
feet.
nine, you see, you know what we talking
Yeah.
about.
Each
We
each
going to train.
one each one, like how we was taught, how we was taught for
Each
each
one
one
teach nine.
teach nine. Like I
You know,
got it. I
and
got it.
so we have to, like I said, the threshold is this: a black woman will bruise easy because she loves hard.
So does the black man.
Yeah,
It's
but I'm saying,
they always
wait a minute,
saying
you
y'all
gotta,
always put the woman
you gotta
first.
do the level of the understanding.
I do.
Because
Y'all
we are first when we enter. They never enter. We enter by nature. We enter. So we do when we enter, we implode and explode. We now give her and she connects. We connect to that world. And if you have been in and she's your first, she's gonna be like, oh my God, everything. So if you're doing it right, she's on you for life. But the moment she feels violated, it's like heaven and hell on earth.
and that goes for the man as well. That goes for men as well. It's not like this the part, and
We're
I
back.
understand it. It's not always about the women all the time, bro. Like
It's
men,
true. Just
this is
saying.
why we in the charge room. This is why
Exactly.
men bring up issues. Yo, let me tell you something. Men feel the same way. Yo, I will love you. I will do what I gotta do. I will take a bullet for you tomorrow if need be. Yo, but the minute I feel like you cheated on me or violated trust, yo, all that is dead. Same thing. It's just that we're supposed to be men. We're held into a higher thing because we're men. Men not supposed to show no feelings, or we supposed to just be able to handle that. Like, yo, bro, we're humans too.
But see, that goes back to the condition factor. We was taught that men don't cry. You understand what I'm saying?
And
We don't cry. We suck it up. We move. Yo, that is a makeshift. You understand? There were certain things for men not to cry at certain points in time. Again, it was makeshift for a building of a character. But a lot of psychological trauma have chosen it to go to a different way. Yes, we feel we love hard too. Yes, we do. We love that black woman to the fullest, and that's what we're supposed to do. And yes, we can get caught up and get hurt too. And then when we feel like, yo, it's the end of the world, we don't want to hit, we go off and do our tangent and we choose to do what we other do. I call it the effort syndrome. When we get into that effort syndrome and I'm in that zone, I don't care about nothing or nobody. But I had to learn to recondition and reprogram my own psyche to come back. Because when I start shutting people out, I'm shutting people out that have significant measures to my life that haven't done anything to me. But I'm using that as a crutch. So then we become, oh, that dude, that in right there, he ain't no good. He's a dog. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? We put our own stigmatisms out there. You know, I don't think no woman in the world should ever call herself a B. That's disrespectful. I don't care. Just like I don't think every man, no man and no black man never come to me talking about the N word no more. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know, they took these words of uh, destruction and try to rebuild it and give it character. A itch is a still of an itch. No matter what. And no black woman, no woman on this planet is a itch.
Hi. The circle, one of the circle breakers went out.
Whoa.
It cut the whole-
You got some, like electricity.
Electricity.
she lost the circle.
Wow.
What's going on with one of her?
Electricity got bad.
She said she lost one of her circuits. Oh Lord,
Oh,
I don't even. All right.
I let the people know we be right back. I said we was on commercial. That's all.
No,
One of the
well, you know,
suckers.
I knew y'all was gonna still talk, so it didn't. Listen, I wasn't even
Okay.
worried. Y'all
Oh,
knew
you left.
Oh,
We
yeah,
didn't-
yeah.
we didn't
Yo,
skip a beat.
Yeah.
And then Dark
you-
Fable started
yo,
talking.
you know what?
We had
Yeah, we appreciate that because you could actually go handle your business with the electricity, and we'll take
Yeah.
we got you here. Like this is we got you right here. Like we'll let the Prince of Darkness we'll let the Prince of Darkness solidify the meeting, and we'll follow his lead.
Why
And then,
gotta be the Prince of Darkness?
because you just nothing but a chocolate sexy man, right?
Look, T'Challa. Look, T'Challa. We ain't got time for this.
Right. No, he said, "Well, I gotta be the Prince of Darkness because you sitting back there just looking all chocolatey and stuff. Like, I'm over here in awe of you. Like, I'm like, look at him. Like,
Black Panther.
Hercules.
Wakanda forever.
you looking real kingish right now,
But
bro.
Absolutely.
Hold on, y'all.
I just want to let y'all know. I just want to let y'all know, like, this was a really good topic. And it just, again, it brings forth the different challenges and barriers that we have in front of us to not allow us simply to say, I want to commit myself to this man, or I want to commit myself to this woman. It just lets you know that we have a lot of work to do. Like, no matter how much you dress it up, we have a lot of work to do. Because what is it not to say, you know, you can say, I love you, but do you really love this person? Do you really love this person? Because you're not even asking yourself, what role are you really playing in this relationship? You're not identifying your level of commitment. You're not identifying what you're willing to go through. If you are the type that wants to put in work, you may not be the person that wants to put in work. So so many people, their foundations are broken, right? But they want to dress it up. It's cute. This is not cute. This is our lives that are at stake. This is our children that we need to walk forward so they can follow us. Like, what kind of role are we putting in place? What kind of standards are we putting in place for our children and our children's children? So we are following the generational curses here. You know, but when does it stop? What is important enough for you to say, okay, it stops here. It stops here. So all of these layers, and we can't even get married. A union that is supposed to happen and ordained by God. We can't even do that.
Gotta be
because
right
we
person.
have so many layers. It's not even the right person. It's you asking the right questions when you meet somebody. And I have to be transparent. Okay, so I was on a dating site, right? So this guy clicked that he liked me, right?
Okay.
So when he clicked that he liked me, like, I don't do the back and forth texting. I'm not doing it. And now the way they make phones, give you like just block you if I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Give him my number. He called. He had a list. He asked me about 12 questions. I could do nothing but respect them because it showed me that he cared about his life. Just one phone call. Imagine if everyone did that. You wouldn't be wasting any time here. But so many people are just jumping in a big quote sex wagon. They think the sex is love, and then when the sex goes sour, what are you left with? And all of y'all made that statement. all of y'all spoke about sex first, and then when the sex is over, what do you have?
Nothing.
So somebody
from
has
our
to
experience
stand
from
up.
this level, you know,
Right,
these
like
level of years.
everything is exterior right now. Everything is the physical right now. When
Right.
is it gonna be the mental? When are y'all gonna meet with the power of the minds? When
After
does that happen?
the physical is what attracts, and
But
then
see,
we
the
get to
physical,
then we get to all that other stuff.
right,
After we
right,
establish
but
that
the
we're attracted to each other.
physical didn't happen. Minds me. Physical shouldn't even be happening unless your mind's me. So when are we gonna stop the madness? When are we gonna stop playing the game? Because we can't even get married
Well, we have to
because there's no to this thing.
It's funny. It seems like nobody's dating, or how they say in the South, courting. Nobody's
According.
dating or courting anymore.
Right,
Oh, you can't do that in the pandemic. How you gonna do it in the pandemic? I'm a Zoom date. I had a Zoom date the
just
other
like I was doing it online.
day. Yeah, I
It's
had a Zoom
easier
date the other day.
now.
Mm-hmm.
You can still romance
It's
the
easier
stone.
now.
You know what? You probably
Huh?
have a better experience now than you could when you were physically around one another. If you think about it, but you gotta use your mind. You gotta engage your mind more now. You gotta come up with something. You
What?
gotta get on there and play a love song on your keyboard and on your guitar. You gotta write her a poem. You got to ask her what her favorite color is. You've got to do stuff that you ain't had to do before. You gotta stop worrying about all
Right.
that extra. You gotta stop worrying about being lame ass and start acting like Boaz. You got to do the right thing.
Oh, damn. Go ahead,
And
Jesse.
it's not all about the big butts. It's not. You gotta have a big butt. You can't see the big butt.
Yo, whoa, hold on. We not just gonna just cancel out not having a big butt. Like that helps. Like,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay, all right, bro. All right, I'm gonna give you that. I'm
That's
gonna leave
one
you
of
with
my
that.
that's
I'm
one
gonna
of
let you
my
have it.
requirements. I need that.
Okay, all right. All right, bro.
You have
Got it.
to start.
But that cannot be the only
The
thing.
mental first.
At first, it's the only thing.
Right? That's not what it's about.
It's what attracts. Like, check this out.
Yeah,
I see the big butt. I want to touch it. I want to get next to it. I want to know her. So that part, that's what gets me to her mental. I got to get past the physical first. I got to like what I see to want to know your mental. Does that make sense to anybody?
Okay, so riddle me this, Sir Mix-a-Lot. So riddle me this, Sir Mix-a-Lot.
No, I'm saying when people
But
meet.
it's not working. How about this? It ain't working.
Okay, well, it ain't working. Next, move on to the next big button to smile, right? We see what happens then, right? Like,
What is wrong? What is wrong with you?
No, but I'm just
driving me out of my mind.
Hey, but I'm just
that girl is hard for me to find. Can't get
her out of my head. Miss her, kiss her, love her. Okay. No, but let's everybody can agree here. Jesse.
Okay.
Jesse.
Yes.
Before you got married, you saw her. You was attracted to her.
Yeah, there has to be some kind of physical attraction.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what started you on the path to wanting to know her mental.
We know that, but that's not. We're talking about after you meet somebody.
Oh, okay.
Because you have to. We're talking about after your eyes.
That's what he said.
Because it has to be a point where your eyes.
Now you got to say, okay.
To see what you desire. But after you see what you desire, you got to ask her some damn questions.
Of course.
That's how you make it sound.
No, Kay, is that exactly what I'm saying?
That's what you say.
That's exactly what I'm saying. No, that's exactly what I'm saying. I see you.
He was only talking about what he said.
The initial attraction.
The initiation of anything is the law of attraction. We already know that.
There we go. Now,
I'm
gonna. Yeah, but we passed that part.
Yeah, but I'm saying you will never get past that part until you acknowledge it.
That's it. I've got a million questions when I meet. After I meet,
really, wow, that's a big phone, bro.
Like if we are two ships crossing paths, right?
That's a big poem, bro. That's a big
We
poem.
two ships crossing paths, and I happen to look, and I like how your ship looks. I think you got a nice aft. I think you got a nice. I want to get to the
Thank you. I'm
starboard
sorry.
side of you.
Starburst
So,
side.
you see what I'm saying? So
The
now
starboard
that
side
I
looks
know,
real good.
I done pulled over to the starboard side. Now I got the talk. So we're gonna start exchanging words and conversation. This is getting
I'm
past the
past
first,
that
but
part.
the initial.
I'm past
What?
that part.
But
I'm
that's
past that
women.
part.
See,
But
women
we're saying,
don't get
I'm
past
past
that.
that part.
All right. Men never get past that
I'm past
part.
that part.
That's always gonna be.
I-
That's
That's what I'm
always
saying.
gonna be.
I'm gonna have to
Because
beg
it
to
gets
differ
up on the
on that,
sex
Queen.
part.
No, we ain't talking about the sex part.
It
We're not
gets
talking
up on the
that.
sex part.
We're not talking about the sex part. We're
That's
just
not what
talking
we're
about
talking about.
the physicalness
Right, but but
the
you're not hearing me. Yeah, when I said the part about the big butt, I'm not talking about the first initial sight. No, that's not what I'm talking about.
I
I'm
know what
talking
you meant.
about past that part. Past the part where y'all met because of y'all physically attracted to each other. Past that part. Then it comes to the sex.
Okay.
After the sex is dry and crispy,
Ooh.
what is it?
well, first of all, if
Oh, well, that.
If it's dry, I don't want none of it.
That's painful.
We good.
that's amazing. Right there,
No, bro.
no.
Lazarus,
You do with it.
Paul.
You put your foot in that one. If it's dry and crispy, it ain't
Hey,
it.
I know it's
Oh, no,
painful.
I want to get involved in that right there. That's not
You
painful.
gotta toss it to the side. Because
The
I'm
mighty
done.
Resurrected.
My Lord.
Yeah, man.
Baby,
If
I
it's
don't know
dry,
what's wrong with
Try
you.
to just-
Let's take a break for a minute. We on break.
if it's dry and crispy, I can pretty much tell you none of us here are interested.
Nah.
Right.
That's going to be there to that.
And that part. So when is it? When it's dry and crispy, where do you go after that?
You
Where do
don't.
you go after
Hey,
You don't.
I'm sorry.
Stop. Before you
I'm gonna
pull
have
some
to-
skin
I
off,
gotta
you
taste-
stop.
I have to go get some Skittles and taste the rainbow.
Yo, if it's dry and crispy, where do you start? You don't.
Broken hearts go.
You just don't do it. Look at her.
She gonna need
Where out of that part?
she gonna need some Lubriderm. Get out the Lubriderm.
Let's
Okay, hold up.
change the dynamic of what you
Your
just
side
said.
hurt.
Hold up.
They stop their relationship. And
Yeah.
like, where's
Right.
the part that you
Okay.
repeated?
Okay.
Where's the part of the ride or die? Where's the part
Okay.
that you keep getting for the longevity? Where's that part?
Queen, you ain't gonna be able to get there because here's the thing. You have a situation where we've got the initial visage. I know what you look like. I done peeled around your shoulder, seen the booty. Okay, that takes care of Father Wise's situation. But that does not mean that we need to jump in bed together. We need to build some. I need to understand and know some about it. Okay,
But that's
okay, you're physically appealing to me, so I got that. Got
They're
it.
not
Now
doing
we
that.
need to
They're
build on
jumping in bed.
No, we can't. We got
But they're
that's
jumping
the thing we gotta stop. That's precisely
Right.
the thing we gotta
That's
stop.
yeah.
Yes, attraction is fine, but we don't need to jump in bed because I need to figure out who you are because you might be a serial killer. You might have some bodies in the closet. I don't know.
Right.
I make sure I ain't gonna die.
Or it might just be dry.
Doctor, you need to know something about me. We have to decide if we're compatible on
Right.
a level besides.
Right. Or it
Right,
might
but
just
this is
be
what
dry
I'm
and
saying.
crispy.
These conversations are not happening. The
Yeah,
well, that's the
conversations
problem.
are not happening.
When you
Well,
realize
actually,
we're
hold
talking
on.
about this from our level and our perspective.
But
Young folks
actually-
do not have these conversations. They don't talk about all this stuff. They don't.
Right,
But
that's
Dr.
what I'm
Jess,
saying.
guys,
Yes, sir.
actually,
Yes, sir.
that's not a conversation. That's actually, the lust dying out. And then you looking for something else besides the lust that's there. A lot of times people don't get there because of the new age. It's called, well, I'm going to jump as long as I'm hitting it right. Yo, she shouldn't leave me. And she's like, as long as he give it to me right, nah, I ain't going to go nowhere. But then after a while,
That's
you start to
the
realize when it
relationship.
comes to, when you want other stuff, that's the next. That's the build on the foundation, and that's what's not being set first.
Yes,
you
sir.
know,
Right.
everybody said going to A to B. Everybody's trying to go from A to F.
Yeah, literally.
Real talk.
Yeah, because
You know?
the new word is situationships. That's the new word.
I thought it was entanglements.
That's another word for I want to
No
play the
word is
game and friends with benefits. That's another word for that. Friends with benefits, basically.
You know what it is? Think about it. Back in the day when we was growing up, the best game there was RCK. This generation has switched from RCK to RCF so fast that they don't have time for the middle part. They
Yeah.
just want to jump right. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no time for want to know what's
Bro,
really
we
inside.
living
They
in
want to know what's inside the cookie. You know what I mean?
we living in a whole different realm from where we grew up, y'all.
Yeah.
We never had this platform that we on right now. If I wanted to go see Jesse, I had to walk over to his damn house over there. If I wanted to come to see K Wise, I had to walk on over there to Utz or Lillian or wherever I knew he was gonna be. Like this whole everything is microwave now, y'all. Microwave. So why so the relationships of all being microwaved?
There's no more challenge.
There is no more courting. I can see you dating apps like the Queen said, dating apps. Yo, I remember that before you even met the person, you would talk to them on the phone for months before you met them. Now I get to see what you look like, and I don't even have to waste my time. Right?
That's right.
Especially if you don't have no booty and it's dry and crispy, all I gotta do is swipe left to the left.
KFC.
Just swipe left. No. Right? Just swipe left and keep going. Left. Oh, I like her. Right. And then we get it. Come on, man.
There's no connection there. I don't understand that anyway.
Well, the connection part is once you see the picture you like, you're supposed to call them. They call you. Then you start talking. And then when you pull her up on FaceTime, finally get her, she got 3 teeth.
No.
One in the mouth and 2 in the pocket. And we out of there. Like we don't do that no more. Like we
looking like Benito the Beast.
She had 3 teeth. The girl I met had 3 teeth. She had 1 in her mouth and 2 in her pocket. I'm out of there, right? We're not doing that, B.
No.
But you know, it is we lost the challenge. I liked it back in the days when I was challenged to see how could I court or get to know this girl.
Yeah.
Give me a heart. I like that because then that honed your skills. That was building you up to become a better person, how to talk to somebody.
A husband.
You know, because I think that when it's made too easy, it's just as fast enough to get out of it.
True.
For me to get in, that's for me to get out. You know what I mean? And
that goes right back to buying having the milk and not purchasing the cow.
Exactly.
Because you can walk away as long as we're not married, Queen. If we're not married, I can walk away at any time.
But so can she. Can she.
But there's no commitment. That's the whole point I'm talking about. There's no commitment.
There's no commitment.
I'm not blaming male or female. I'm saying there's no commitment in either party, so they can walk away at any dang time, and it's over.
The commitment would be if you had. Let's just check this out, right? I know some people now who are together who don't want to get married, but they're very happy, and the reason why they don't want to get married because those 2 pensions will turn into 1 pension. Right? So but they're very happy.
That's a different cup of tea. That's a different cup of tea right there.
But they're happy.
That's about survival.
And they're committed to each other.
That's about survival.
But they're committed to each other and they're
That's
happy.
about survival.
All right.
That's a different cup of tea.
But they're committed. I'm talking about the commitment part.
I respect
they are committed to each other and they're happy.
I respect the commitment.
That's all I'm talking about. Yo, people always talking about love is this, love is a feeling, love is this. No, love is not a feeling. Love is a damn commitment. When you wake up every day and say to yourself, I'm gonna stay committed to this person no matter what. Good times, bad times, rough times, we build it up, we talk about it. If something goes wrong, we still committed. That's a commit. It's a commitment every day.
Right.
Not a feeling one. Oh, I love this person. Yeah, I love you too, but I'm more committed to you at this point. And with commitment comes love, comes honesty, comes respect, comes all these different things that money can't buy. And if y'all stay together and y'all putting y'all chips right, then you get some stuff that money can buy.
Yes, Grumpy. Yes, that's good. That's good.
That boy good. That boy good. That boy good.
I practiced that one. You should have seen me in the mirror all day. I was getting ready for this topic.
You got it in there, young man. You did good.
Sir, I appreciate that. I'll be trying. I mean,
okay, gentlemen, we are going to wrap it up.
Oh. Get it, Herb.
Oh, you dang. Oh, it's silent as a rock, baby. Come on.
He don't know the words. Did you see it?
You know we just make up words. You like people. We just make up words.
That's not my part of the song. That's why. It fills it up. And now it's solid.
Solid as a rock, right?
Yeah.
Solid as a rock.
They don't make songs like that anymore.
They don't make them. That's what we got.
Hey,
so
let me wrap it up, y'all, so we can get busy.
You did an awesome job tonight. This was a good topic. Definitely a good topic. And well appreciated. So we have work to do. That's the bottom line. We have work to do. If you want to do anything in life, you have to be committed. Mm-hmm. Anything, whatever it is, you have to be committed. First, you have to be committed to yourself.
Yep.
Make those goals, write them down, and then there's boundaries that go with it. There's non-negotiables that go with it, because if you're committed, no matter what, that's when the ride or die for yourself comes in first. That's right. So anything that you could do for yourself first, then you are able to invite the next person into your space. And as that happens, you learn each other. You have conversation with each other. You're able to build on your thoughts and grow together and develop together. Y'all find out all of your idiosyncrasies and to see what you really like and what you really dislike. That's so important. That's how you build. Just like I always say, if you're looking into a person's eyes, you can see straight through to their soul, but you have to get close enough to them so you can really see that thing. And it's important. And if you love is more, just like you said, it's more than an emotion. It's about the commitment. It's about the loyalty, the integrity, the structure, the discipline, the work that you put in, the tenacity, everything about what you stand for goes into your relationship. So the order will automatically fall in line. Mm-hmm. The respect will definitely be there. There's no question for that. Because what y'all build should be solid as a rock, and can't nothing waver it. Can't nothing alter it. Can't nothing change it. Can't nothing tell. No one can tell you anything about what's going on in your life with your mates. Outside barrier cannot come in at all. No distractions. That's if you're really there for each other. But the minute something comes in to distract it and you're moved and you are shakeable, then your foundation really wasn't built on what you're supposed to have it for, that commitment to what it should be. So I thank you, gentlemen. Y'all were amazing tonight. Now I have to work on this mentorship program. Y'all were amazing. So just hold tight. Let me just close this out here. And thank you so much. So thank you everyone for coming in on tonight's the men's locker room. Where's my king? We are definitely here every week. Please send in your comments, send in your topics, send in your thoughts. Even if you want to come on, let me know. We can invite you in so you can have your say. Definitely like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to us on YouTube. All platforms called The Charge Room. Also, we have a website, www.thechargeroom.com. And also, I am doing a workshop on relationship with self for women, sex, and Christianity. The workshop is February the 20th from 11 to 1 p.m. That the tickets are available now, and that is also, you can get them purchased on the website. You can also click the link on Instagram, and also the link is www.thechargeroomevents.com. And don't forget to come see me, hear me on iHeartRadio every Sunday at 12:30 p.m. It's the Charge Room Show. So definitely, I thank you all for coming in tonight, and I appreciate you. And don't forget to come back and see us next week. Have a great night. Bye-bye.